Alright everybody, welcome back to another episode of Marvel vs. Capcom Revisited. It is Iconage as always, and we are here with episode 7, I believe. We're back with Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, as that is the game in the series I'm the most familiar with. And we're going to be covering the man, the myth, the legend, the S-tier himself, Virgil. As always, I will say, this isn't, there isn't a script. I'm just going off dot points on my phone. And I have some notes on my second monitor I'll be referring to, so if you see me looking away from the screen, it's because I'm looking at my notes and referring to those. And yeah, there's no big, there's no big elaborate script. I'm just rambling. It's stream of consciousness. This is like a good type of video to have on in the back, or if you're trying to sleep and you want something to fall asleep to, I guess this is something alright for that. Yeah, so let's get into it. And I've written here in my notes. So Virgil is obviously a villain from Devil May Cry. He is Dante's twin. They don't really look similar. I mean, their hair kind of makes them look a bit similar, but their facial structure and stuff is different, but you can tell they're twins. He's first seen in, technically, Devil May Cry 1. His name was Nello Angelo in that game, but the Virgil that we know and love today in this game was first introduced in Devil May Cry 3, came out on the PS2, and came out in 2005, I believe. And his appearance in this game is based off his appearance in DMC3, as is Dante. Or as is Dante's, rather. Virgil is one of the best characters in the game. He's pretty much good at everything. His weaknesses... We'll get to his strengths and weaknesses in a bit. But he's pretty much good at everything, and I'll elaborate on that in a bit. He's pretty much top 3 in the game. It's like Zero, Morrigan, Virgil, in that order. Some people say Doom is up there, Magneto, whatever. But look, if anyone tells you that this character, Virgil, is an S tier, they're downplaying. And I'll say that straight up. I'm confident in that. I actually play Virgil. I've been playing Virgil for around... This video, I assume, will go out in 2024. It's 2023 as I record this. But I've been playing Virgil myself for around 5 or 6 years now. I've won tournaments with him. I've won money playing this game from Virgil, making comebacks and stuff. So I think I have the experience necessary to tell you that he is a very good character. I'll try to be impartial and as unbiased as I can possibly be, but he's very good. He's totally disgusting because his strengths are, super high, super colossal in strength. But his difficulty is like, it's really low. He's a really good beginner character. And we'll get into why in a bit. So, let's pick Virgil. His assist, judgment cut. I'll go over these specials in more detail once we actually cover his specials properly. But this is a projectile, this is a DP, this is like a forward-moving horizontal move that goes across the screen. Rapid Slash is the best. The other two, it's a DP, there's no invincibility. It's got a good hitbox, but it's very hard to combo off of. Judgment Cut is a low-medium priority projectile, I believe. Not great range and, limited to maybe even non-existent combo potential. So you want to go with Rapid Slash. And I'll pick my main team. Because my main team in this game is Wolverine Point, Dante's second, Virgil Anchor. Actually, you know what? No. I'll go Doctor Strange as my training dummy. Because I can show some cool stuff with his supers. Okay, so now that we're in the game, I'll go over his pros and cons. So pros, I've written down, he has amazing normals. Very high damage, fantastic range. Look at the range on this. Let me reset. Boom. Standing heavy? Oh, I can get a combo from that. So the range on his normals are bloody fantastic. They nullify projectiles, and I'm pretty sure... Well, not all of them. They don't all nullify projectiles. That would be a bit too broken. Let me try something. Okay. Let me try something. Yeah, you can see how his sword, like, negates the projectile. I messed it up there, but... I messed it up. But you saw it the first time. He's standing heavy, and I think some other moves negate projectiles. So, very good. He has a move called the Helmbreaker, down and heavy in the air. It's completely safe on block. I think they can punish it if they X-Factor, but if they don't have X-Factor to spam this move, it can hit from behind Virgil, like that. Sometimes it can cross up. It's got a dumb hitbox. And if you get a hit, you can just X-Factor and pick up. It's really stupid. You want to use this move often. He makes fantastic use of resources. Let me turn that on. 5, yep. So he has this move, which is a great install he can use. And you want to, combine it with assist for pressure and combos. He has Devil Trigger, which is an install. It makes him faster. He gets an air dash. He does more damage than normal, and the size of his specials increase. And I'll demonstrate that. You see, this move, Judgment Cut. You see how the orb is kind of like, the tip of the orb is kind of reaching the tip of Virgil's head? Now let's look how big the orb is. You can see it's a bit bigger. So from a distance, it's quite good. You can combo off of it in X Factor and whatnot. So yeah, fantastic support with his rapid slash assist. Combo starter, combo ender. One thing I like to do with Wolverine, you spike him back down, call Virgil, and then you can pick up. So I know this isn't Virgil specific, but I dropped it there. But you can go for resets and stuff like that. And he has amazing pressure. I actually didn't finish my previous sentence. I should finish that. Yeah, it wasn't specific with Virgil, but rapid slash assist is just fantastic overall. Although, you'll notice that Virgil himself is the assist, which means that he himself can be hit out of it, so it's more risky, it's less safe than a traditional beam assist, like Dr. Doom's Plasma Beam, for example, but it's still very good. And finally, he has amazing pressure with or without assists. You can see there, boom, which way do you block? It's very tricky. You can go for air resets. One thing I like to do is this. You dash up and then boom, reset. Then you get a combo, and you can do a bunch of stuff. Like, his pressure is crazy. So we'll get into his cons. Virgil is very ground-based. He doesn't have an air dash outside of Devil Trigger. He can't double jump. The only special he can do in the air, from memory, is Helmbreaker. And he can't teleport in the air. You can wall jump, but you can't do it after a super jump, and even then it's not amazing. You don't really do it that often. I never do it. I forgot that he had it until I was writing the script. Well, not the script, but until I was writing my notes for this video. So you never really see this move. He's not great on incoming. So if your opponent, for example, you know, they do a snapback and Virgil's coming in, he's just... There's nothing really he can do. He can Helmbreaker to try to catch you doing something if you're underneath him, but that can get blown up. For example, Wolverine's crouching medium, that'll beat out Helmbreaker if you time and you space it correctly. Or you can do a Hail Mary super. But that super's kind of random, and we'll get into it in a bit later. He is very dependent on resources. You need a lot of meter and or X Factor in order to make him truly a threat. Because if you have no meter and no X Factor... Let me actually just try this. So let's just pretend I have no X Factor. Yeah, if you try to do a B&B and you don't have any meter, you're not getting crazy amount of damage. Your opponent is going to survive. And he also has 850k health, which is kind of on the lower end. If I give myself some meter, and I go back to my main man Wolverine, let's see how much damage a Wolverine B&B does. I'll mash for extra damage. So you can see that's nearly full health on Doctor Strange, and he has more health than Virgil, I believe. So Virgil is most likely going to die in one hit if he gets touched. So that's pros and cons done. Let's start off with his normals and specials, the really good stuff you guys came here to see. So let me scroll through my notes, and I have frame data here as well. So we have Standing Light. It's a jab that hits, you can see, very nice range. Very nice range, and it's a combo starter, very easy to start a combo. You just do light, medium, heavy. It's a decent anti-air. And it comes out in 6 frames, -3 on block. And some of his frame data changes when you're in Devil Trigger, but I won't mention that. Because frame data isn't super important in Marvel. He has Standing Medium. You can see he kind of steps forward when he does it, moves him forward a little bit. Good range too. But if you whiff it, it's, says here 23 frames of recovery. So it is unsafe, you can get whiff punished for it, so be careful. But you mainly want to combo into it after the Standing or Crouching Light. Standing Heavy, one of his guard buttons. You can see it's a huge disjointed hitbox. It's really big, fantastic range, combo starter. Like you can see, just from that, look at the damage we're able to do. And we mash for extra damage. So you can see just from the Standing Heavy, super unoptimized, Day 1, absolute beginner, never played a fighting game before B&B, and it did that much damage. And you see the range is ridiculous. So it's very good. There's a lot of hit stop as well. And as you can see, it can nullify low and medium priority projectiles, you know, from what we saw from the Doctor Strange bolt, the bolts move that he did. However, it's unsafe on whiff. If you whiff it, it's unsafe, so be careful. But good luck whiffing it, because I'm trying to whiff it, but you'll see it's literally just connecting every time. Like, you see the range is nuts. Look at the range! Alright, there we go. Finally got it to whiff, like that. So we have Crouching Light, which is just a standard Crouching Light move. Can't be rapid-fired into itself, because it has 16 frames of recovery. Gotta sync that in time with the music. But yeah, it's a good combo starter. In X Factor, it might be able to combo into itself. You're in level 3 X Factor or whatnot. Crouching medium, the range isn't amazing. It'll whiff from out here. So you can see standing medium has more range as it moves them forward and closer to the enemy. Crouching medium doesn't. However, if you're starting out a combo, you can actually link it into standing heavy or crouching heavy for a little combo like that. You can do a pickup like that or something. So it's not too bad. You can combo into Stinger, which we'll get into in a bit. So it's good to use at the start of combos, if you can combo it after a crouching light. Crouching heavy is one of his god buttons as well. Nullifies low to medium priority projectiles. You can see here, it knocks him in the air, and as soon as they hit the ground, they kind of tech out. So, you want to use it in his combos. It's a very important combo tool. Oh, I dropped it, damn. YouTube curse. I can do this all day, every day otherwise, but if I try to record, it doesn't work. So you can do something like that. Like, that combo doesn't work, but crouching heavy into washing machine, DP medium, is very essential. Because you can see it leads to a hard knockdown, so you can teleport, or even a ground bounce. But yeah, the point is that this move is very good. Good damage, good range, fantastic combo potential. You can do all sorts of things with this move, so use it often. His special also destroys projectiles. So you can see here, great range, 90,000 damage. Just like that, standard B&B, mash extra damage. And you can see it's not bad. Oh, what's that? We're going again. We're just riding the Virgil roller coaster. Oh no, you're getting hit. So you can see, sometimes you get lucky and the supers just links into itself. It's nuts. Oh, my notes went away. What happened? My iPhone locked. Thank you, iPhone. But yeah, this move is great. It's unsafe on block. It's minus 13. So very unsafe. And unsafe on whiff as well. You can't super cancel it or special cancel it, I don't think. In Devil Trigger you can, I believe. You can special cancel it. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure you can. But in normal Virgil, you can't. So it's very committal. What you can do is you can press heavy after S for a ground bounce. So it's used in combos. And if you're an X Factor... Oh, I dropped it. You can actually pick up. So you can get a little combo off of it like that. You know, in the corner, outside of the corner, whatever. Oh, we're going for the ride. But you guys don't have to watch that again. And what's really funny about this, it's a knowledge check for beginner players. If you just do this, they can't get out. The only way for them... that also builds your meter. Sorry. It's 1:28 in the morning as I record this. I'm tired. So if I mess up, I apologize. But yeah, so this also builds your meter. But the only way for them to get out is to push block. Because you can see it actually pushes Virgil away quite far. So you can do that. So that is how you escape that, in case you were wondering. Alrighty, let's go on to his jumping normals. So let's make the dummy jump. So jumping light. It's alright. It's just a decent... sometimes you can use it in air combos, like an air combo starter like that. It's very rare though. Although if you're in Devil Trigger, you can cancel into his double jump. So you could do something like this, like 1, 2, 1, 2, boom. You know, a little pickup, although that's very rare and I've never seen anyone do that before. But you can cancel it into double jump in Devil Trigger. His jumping medium is very good. Also destroys low and medium priority projectiles. Very good range, and you can also cancel it into double jump. 1, 2, 3. Pretty easily combos into jumping S and X Factor, I believe. And if you're in Devil Trigger, you can also do that. So you can do some stuff like that. It's pretty cool. His not standing heavy. We already covered that. My bad. Jumping heavy. It's kind of like jumping medium, but on crack. You know, huge hitbox. Nearly 90,000 points of damage, which is insane. That's disgusting. Very good to use in combos. A lot of hit stop as well, I believe. We can probably combo into S like that. Yep. Something simple like that. However, I don't think you can cancel it into double jump and Devil Trigger. Let's test it. No, you can't. Okay. You could do something like that. It's a very good move. He has his jumping S. If done raw or not in an air combo, it's a ground bounce. However, it's not a hard knockdown, they just tech raw when they hit the ground. But it's very easy to pick up from. However, Can use it as an air combo ender. So you can see, angle is a bit weird. It sends them down at an angle. It actually moves them into the corner. So it's very, you can like, oh, cross up, autocorrect, boom. And now you're getting hit in the corner, and you're hit with a super, and you're probably gonna die if you can DHC into something. But yeah. Helmbreaker is better as an air combo finisher, which we'll get to, or not, it's not really a finisher, but we'll get to it in more detail in a bit. But this move is pretty good for the ground bounce alone. You can do some cool stuff with it. If you happen to catch someone, hey, it's a free ground bounce, why not? Just take it. Press the wrong assist. I think you can special cancel it in the air, so let's try it. Because you can do round trip. Oh, I messed it up. Again, 1 in the morning, so forgive me. Actually, let me set the opponents as super jump. Might be better to demonstrate. Yeah, you could try something like that, you know, go for some pressure. I haven't really tested it out, but I know you can go for some pressure there. So let's talk about his command normals. Probably his most important command normal, or at least one of them. Stinger. Fort Heavy. Very good. Boom. If it hits an opponent in the air, it's a wall bounce. So it's very good. And you can use it to link into his specials. So you know how Dante has his bold cancel technique? So you can see here with Virgil, if I want to do Stinger into Rising Sun, it just lets me do it. Fort Heavy, DP Light. Very simple. Dante has the bold cancel, right? It's technical and you can... If you want a detailed explanation, you can watch my Dante video. I have a character guide and a Marvel Revisited on him. But it's an advanced technique that allows you to link his Stinger into his specials. However, Virgil has no such thing. He can just link directly. You don't need to have advanced techniques. You can just go into it straight away, why not? It's top tier for a reason. Someone on the dev team really liked him. Yeah, this is great. You can Kara cancel this into a dash, I believe. And I think I did it just there. But I haven't practiced it. It's a bit hard. If you press forward and medium and heavy and just mash it like that, you can Kara cancel it or plink dash and stuff. But I'm on a pad. It's hard for me to plink dash. And I mainly just wave dash. You know, like that. So that gets the job done for me. You can also do an option select, and I've written it here. You press forward, medium, and heavy, up forward, and then down forward heavy in the air. Here's why. It's a 3-way option select. The first option, forward, medium, heavy, ground throw. You can dash up and pick up. If they attempt to jump away like that, you follow them in the air, and you can get an air throw. If they're out of air throw range... I did it manually there, but you can get Helmbreaker. So it covers all options. It's very useful. However, this is very unsafe on whiff. And I have the frame data here. It's got 50 frames of recovery. So very poor recovery. However, on whiff, you can cancel it to make it safe. And I don't think a lot of Virgil players know that. The Virgil players I know, when I told them once, they didn't know that. Locals. So you can cancel that at any point in the animation. You can cancel it on hit or whiff. A very good combo starter, good combo in the middle of combos. It's a great move all around. We have high time, down, forward, and heavy on the air. After you get a hard knockdown, you can pick up and go into a super like that. Or you can X Factor and super jump and pick up into a combo for some pretty devastating damage. You can use something like that. And this also hits behind Virgil like that. So let's say I call in the... I think that would work. Actually, let me try the other assist. Yeah, let me try that. So let's just say he calls in his assist and I do a random move of that. I can use high time to pick up. You can see, right? You get one hard knockdown and then high time it just works. Like Todd Howard, it just works. So it's very good to use. And during the move, if you press heavy, it'll teleport you in the air, so you can just keep doing it. Although spamming this, it's going to get you blown up because experienced opponents will definitely know how to beat this out. So Helmbreaker, we talked about this move, hits behind him, you can pick up in a high time or an OTG assist or whatever. And I showed you the option select before, and this move is safe on block. Normally, it's 0, so, you know, you're exactly the same with your opponent in terms of frame data. In Devil Trigger, it's +2, so you're plus, you have the advantage. It's still your turn to press. It's fantastic. And you can go into a forward teleport, you know, same side, medium behind, and heavy above. It's stupid good. It's very good, I can't stress that move enough. So let's get into his specials now. So we have Judgment Cut, quarter circle forward, and a button. So light, the orb appears directly in front of him. Medium is roughly half screen. Heavy is like 2/3 of the screen away. He takes he takes a step back before he does it, so that helps with the range. You don't really do this move super often. I think if you're close enough and you do light Judgment Cut, you can link after it. Like that. But I really don't use this move that often. I don't see Virgil players do it too often. It's not... Okay, look, it is a good move to have. It's a nice projectile to have, and it does good damage. You can see 122,600. So all the versions do the same amount of damage. And if you happen to get one... Oh, hit confirm, X Factor. Very nice. But I just don't do it very often. Although if you want to play a bit more defensive, you know, zoning-oriented Virgil, you can combine it with an assist. Could do something like that for style points. And when you're in Devil Trigger, as I showed off before, they get larger. Do something like that, I don't know. But it's good for zoning, if you like to do that. He has Rising Sun, DP. There's no invincibility or other defensive properties, but the hitbox and the range on the second kick is very big. It's bigger than you might think. You'll see it's hitting from here. What you want to do is you want to press heavy at the move's end, or as I like to do it, mash heavy, because I can't time it properly for the life of me. If you do that, you can super jump and pick up and get a combo, and it's very easy to do. That's how you're going to start Virgil's B&B, which we'll get into later. So it's a combo tool, you want to use it at the start of combos. And when you're in Devil Trigger, the hitbox of the move is larger, and I'm pretty sure it does more damage. Yes, it does. So Lunar Phase, or the washing machine as I call it. You can see it's a little weird, like it doesn't combo properly on a standing opponent. Maybe on someone like Sentinel or Nemesis or some huge character like that. On Doctor Strange is a pretty big character and, you know, even doesn't combo on him properly. But you mainly want to use it after crouching heavy for a ground bounce. Oh, I messed it up. Could do something like that. Oh, we already used the ground bounce. But yeah, you can use them multiple times in a combo, usually twice. And it's pretty good. It's pretty good. When you're in Devil Trigger, you can see the hitbox is a lot larger. You can do something like that. It looks really funny. Like, the size of the move just becomes insane. And I'm pretty sure if the final hit connects, it'll pretty much always lead to a hard knockdown. So you can use that for a combo. And there's an infinite that he can do with it. And I've written it down. Now we have the God move that he's known for, Rapid Slash. You can see the range is absolutely fantastic. It'll hit from any range. And one of the reasons why this move is so good and so effective, especially at high level play, and also lower levels of play, it's effective at every level of play. If you want to block this move, you have to hold forward, because if you notice, see how Doctor Strange turns around for a brief moment? That's when he gets hit. Meaning, when Virgil's doing the move and he's on the left side of the screen, there are no hitboxes. He can't hit you. You cannot be hit. The hitboxes become active once he goes behind you. So you have to hold the opposite direction. You have to hold forward to block, essentially. And because this move is so good, you combine it with assists and pressure, and it's so good. It's super good for resets and combos and whatnot. It's amazing, really. It's like his best move, one of them. It's super good. You can do that as like a reset, you know, good luck. If we're in level 3 X Factor with Devil Trigger, like, okay, let's say I get a snap. You can see the hitbox, right, is massive, right? And because the speed boost he gets is so good, he's just a reset god, especially in X Factor. I'm pretty sure he can even solo combo after it in X Factor. Let's get a reset. And you can see sometimes when they fly towards you, it's a little weird. This move is fantastic. Like that, it'll catch. You can see, like that, combo. Very nice. It's a super good move. However, I'm pretty sure it can be grabbed out of it. But if you whiff it, it's a bit unsafe, but you can cancel it into any super you want. So you can get a combo, go for a reset, apply pressure, do whatever you want. So you use this move. You can use it in combos. It's mainly used to open people up if they're in a pretty tricky block string. Use this move often, it's very good. Now moving on to Trick, his teleport. Quarter cycle back light in front of the opponent, medium behind them. Heavy is above them, but heavy but in front of them. Sort of like Dormammu's teleport. I'm pretty sure the way to tell where he's going is dependent on the animation. If I do the light version, you see the blue kind of VFX around him is like horizontal. Medium is vertical. And it's the same for the above version. But it can be hard to tell, especially when there's, you know, a bunch of, you know, assists on screen and whatnot, and he's doing all sorts of crazy shenanigans, and it can be tricky. Sometimes you just have to guess where he's gonna go. Virgil players will normally teleport behind you, which makes sense, right? They're trying to throw you off, they want to go behind you. What I like to do is use that opponent's... I can't speak, I apologize. I like to use my opponent's knowledge against them. Because I'm thinking to myself, well, they're anticipating for me to go behind them, so they're going to hold down left, right? If he's Doctor Strange and he's facing right, he's going to hold down left, right? Like that. You can see my inputs like that. But if I go in front of him, if I'm on the left, holding down left moves him forward. So I can get a combo. And it's actually worked out for me in tournaments and stuff. I've used my opponent's anticipation against them. So it works out. It's pretty good. It's a good move. Especially when you combine it with assists. Now, I know I may have called Rapid Slash his best move and whatever, but looking at the notes, I think I found a better move, Round Trip. If you hold light, medium, or heavy for 90 frames, or 1.5 seconds, his arm begins to glow, and if you let go of the button, he throws out a sword. This is deadly, and I'll show you why. You see that? You can teleport to any direction you want. You can chuck it up in the air. Oh, I X-Factored. Oh, lol. Okay, you died. So level 3 X-Factor, no meter. And that's dead. That kills. So what you want to do is you want to charge it. You can snap out. You can do all sorts of shenanigans. It's a bit hard to combo into. You can combo into it. But you don't really see it as a combo tool super often. You do see it sometimes, but not like every single match or anything. You mainly use it... Let me try something, actually. Let me do this. Let's say I'm in X Factor and I have it stored. I can do this. Good luck blocking. Oh, what's that? I'm in X Factor and Devil Trigger? Oh! Okay, I died. Oh, you died, rather. And I died on the inside. My soul died for picking this character. So you can see how deadly that is. So let's say, for example, I pop... I'll say I kill. And I put their... Let's say they have full health now. Let's say the next character's coming in with full health. You can do a fake out like that, same side, other side. You can do anything you want. So let's say, okay, Nemesis is coming in. Oh, you died, okay. And this is a touch of death. This kills every single character in the game. So something as simple as that, when you combine it with X Factor and a lot of meter, it just kills any character. It'll just destroy their life bar. So it's super effective, and it homes it on the opponent as well. It's super good. It's not like a boomerang. It comes back to him, you know? You can throw it out. You can do something. I messed it up there, but... You could even back up, throw it out, and then continue pressure. So let's say I back, you know, I end the combo early on purpose and throw out the round trip for pressure. And they have a very short amount of time to guess which way you're going to go. It can be hard to predict, you just have to guess sometimes. However, you see Virgil's Samurai Sword here, Yamato. He throws out that sword, but I can still use Yamato. This move, Helmbreaker, uses the sword. You see he pulls the sword out from the back? That's called Force Edge, I believe. Round Trip uses Force Edge. So if Round Trip's out, you cannot do high time. Doesn't work. You get Standing Heavy instead. Because he's thrown the sword out. So you do have to keep that in mind. There is a glitch that you can do that lets him keep the charge permanently. You have to, it involves like exploiting the opponent's hit stop, and like it can be a bit hard to do. I never practiced it myself, but you can find videos of it online. Let's talk about his supers now. Alrighty. Quarter circle forward and 2 buttons, or 3 in my case, mash for extra damage. Dimension Slash. This move is very random. You see the giant cutting orbs that appear on screen that actually hit the enemy? Their positions on screen are kind of random. You can never really predict when and where they're going to show up. If your opponent is in the corner, general rule of thumb, if they're in the corner, they're taking less damage. You see that did 370,800 damage. If they're in mid-screen, smash, they usually take more damage. But as I said, it's random, so you never really know. Like, that did more damage. And you saw before how I was able to loop it multiple times? That's random. I've heard someone in my fighting game scene say it depends on how you mash, you can get that consistently. But I don't know how true that is. Because I've never been able to replicate it consistently. Let me see if I can get that, like, looping over and over again. Try it one more time. Yeah, there you go. So you mash like that, you can get it. And the reason why this happens is because there's a final projectile that spawns in just as Virgil is recovering. So it gives him enough time to recover, put his sword away, go back to neutral, and then link it again. Like there. Oh, do it again. Oh, I mistimed it, even though I was mashing. And sometimes this move crosses up. He has another super, DP, and 2 buttons. Spiral Swords. This move is fantastic. See how someone's sword's around his waist? You can combo into whatever you want. And see, it's not a ground bounce anymore, because they bounce off his waist. So it's very good. It's a super good DHC potential. Let me see if I can actually get my team in order. And I'll show you guys what I like to do. So this is what I do. If I'm desperate for an easy DHC, I do this. So you do Wolverine. I'll actually mash like this, just so it's more clear for you guys what's going on. Then you DHC into that, and you start doing Virgil shenanigans. And you can even link it into itself. And you can see the amount of hits this does is awesome. And that was unoptimal. I could have optimized a bit at the end there, but I didn't want to drop it. And you can see I can pick up. So if I hypothetically had more meter, I'd be able to super again. So that super is so good. It's so good. It's so dang good. Incredible super. And you can see why. And it nullifies projectiles and does a bunch of stuff. And one of the reasons why I called Doctor Strange in is to do this super, Spell of Vishanti. You can see it does some damage. But you can see here. Oh, hang on. Let's do that. I'm pretty sure it's... Yeah, you can see Virgil literally doesn't get hit. Because the swords around him just nullify projectiles. Lol, you thought. It's super good, that super. So use it whenever you can. He also has... When you're in the move, you do quarter circle forward S. Kind of sword storm. It goes above them. You can combine it with a teleport. Go with some pressure. You don't really use this often because it costs another bar of meter. And even then, like, you might as well just keep them around you. Because if they're around you, it's hard for the enemy to approach. But this also has some anti-Dark Phoenix tech because it's directly above her and it's going to come down onto her. And also, if your opponent is on very low health, right? Very low health, they're about to die, they're down to their last character, there's no more X Factor, they can't get away from chip damage, you could use that to chip them out. That's one use of it. He also has Blistering Swords, so you press Launcher and any other attack button, and you can kind of like link them like that. Like, it looks kind of jank, but you can kind of shoot them out. Like, you can see, it's pretty weird looking. But it has some use, I suppose. You never see Virgil players do this, though. It's not super useful, but, like, you could do it. And finally, well, not actually finally, he has another super after this. But, Devil Trigger. Quarter circle back, 2 buttons, 1 bar install. Makes him faster, gives him more mobility tools, regenerates red health, makes him do more damage. But, he can't build meter when he's in this mode. So even if he's getting hit, he's not building any meter. And it's active for 600 frames, which is 10 seconds. So 10-second install for 1 bar of meter. Which is stupid. It's stupid. And it also gives him access to his level 3 Dark Angel. Technically a level 4, because you have to be in double trigger to do it. But you can see, forces the opponent into a crumple state. You can combo after it. You don't even need to have X Factor, but if you do, you might as well use it, because you'll get a kill. So let's say, for example, I want to do a combo. But I'm like, oh, okay, I'm not sure. Oh, I forgot to use a ground bounce. I forgot to use a wall bounce. What do? They're in a hard knockdown state. Oh, that's right. I can just do that. And it dropped, because I mistimed it. But you can see here, it's like, oh, they're in a hard knockdown state. What do? Well, I'm in Devil Trigger, and I have the meter. I might as well. And look at the damage it does. Okay, let's see how much it does. On its own, no X Factor, without comboing into it. And you can't mash this one. 600k damage. Very good. And as I said before, I might have forgotten to say it, Virgil is most often used as an anchor. So when you're in level 3 X Factor, let's see how much damage it does. You can see that is a touch of death on most characters. And the combo I just did is a touch of death. You don't even need to do the super. Don't even need to do the super. It's disgusting. It's one of the best level 3s in the game. Arguably the best. It's just fantastic. You can always combo after it. You can combo into it. It's an OTG. It's just, you know, leaves them in a crumple state. And you can also do this for style points, which I like to do quite a bit, if I can actually get it. If I know the combo is going to kill, and I don't really need to do an optimal combo, just side switch. It's an OTG, why not? It looks really cool, right? Crouching Heavy, Lunar Phase. Boop. You can see nearly 2 million damage. 2 million damage. What reset? So even if they were to survive it, which they're not, you can get a reset after it. So it's pretty disgusting. Alright, we'll go into some combos. This is a long video, I apologize. But yeah, we'll do some combos. It's nearly 2 in the morning, I need to go to bed. So the most basic Virgil B&B, and I'll drop it down to level 1 X Factor. This is arguably a B&B, but if you're learning Virgil, you can literally just Magic Series into High Time, into Super. And you can see, you know, as I explained, the Super is a bit random, but you can get around 500,000 damage from it, which isn't bad for if you're a total beginner. But what you're going to want to do, you're going to want to incorporate Rising Sun and the Teleport and the Super Jump. Because you can get a ground bounce and a wall bounce in one combo. So this is a B&B that I like to use when I don't want any drama. But you can see, pretty good. 600k, 1 bar of meter. Not bad, not bad, not bad. And it does more damage if you're a Devil Trigger. Mash extra damage. You can see a lot more damage. 609k to 704k. Pretty crazy, right? So that's a B&B you can do. And of course, like, the thing with Virgil is his moveset gives him a lot of freedom. So there's a lot of free-form, very loose combos you can do. And I'll show you one cool thing I like to do. There we go. So you can see, it's a pretty cool combo starter. A little unoptimal, but it's still really, really cool, right? You know, I'm in Wolverine or Dante now, I can do some stuff with them. But yeah, Virgil. So, Virgil's really cool. He's pretty cool. And you can also DHC into Spiral Swords, which I demonstrated before. But this video's been going on for 42 minutes. I do apologize for the length, but I wanted to get another really long Revisited video out for you guys. I think we'll end it there. Thank you very much. If you made it all the way to the end and you put up with my incoherent, drunken I'm not drunk, by the way. But if you put up with my ramblings, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you very much for supporting me and supporting the channel and watching the video. I really appreciate all the support you guys give me by checking out my videos. And yeah, if you would like to see more, if you want to see another character or another game or whatever covered, drop a comment. I like to read the comments, so let me know what you think, give me some feedback. And I think I'll end it here. I will see you guys in the next video. See ya.